Today's lesson, Second World War. Points: first, invasion of China, Germany's aggressive policy, Hitler's advantages, the Munich Pact, the non-aggression pact. First, invasion of China. China was a country adopted a new concept, the concept of communism. That very concept made some European countries very much conscious, like England, France. The most two influential leaders of these two countries did not want that the concept of communism should be spread over Europe by the Chinese government. That's why both these two countries of Europe, England and France, decided to weaken the sovereignty of China by hook or by crook. When they were making a plan to do it so, a country of Asia, Japan, invaded China, and the vast area of Manchuria of China came under the control of control of Japan. Japan also established a government there. China appealed to the League, being a member, that the illegal attack of Japan, the illegal formation of government over Manchuria should be immediately stopped and should be immediately, declared illegal, and force Japan to withdraw her control from Manchuria. The two influential members of the League, England and France, remained silent. Why? Because they adopted a policy of appeasement. Now, why is this? Both the two countries, in the beginning I told you, decided to weaken China. And in order to weaken China, they also decided to utilize Japan, because they felt that the attack of Japan, the attack on Manchuria by Japan, would make China weak, and they have been trying to weaken national sovereignty of China because of the fear of communism, fear of the concept communism. Chinese government wanted to spread over Europe. That's why they adopted a policy of appeasement. And their policy of appeasement encouraged Japan. Japan decided to strengthen her economy by means of attacking the territories of France and England in China. Some territories of England and France also are there in China. So Japan left the League. And started occupying the territories and properties of England and France in China. But still, England and France did not take any action against Japan. Why? Because they decided to utilize Japan against China, so that China must become weak and China could not spread the concept of communism in Europe. And next point, Germany's aggressive policy. Germany, under the leadership of Hitler, gradually were becoming self-sufficient. The economy of Germany, which was totally destroyed after the First World War, there was no hope when Germany would become a complete powerful nation. But after Hitler's leadership, after Hitler's special care, after Hitler's initiative, after having taken initiative, after having taken special care for Germany, Hitler was able to establish Germany as a strong nation of Europe. And every year, Germany was becoming stronger in the field of economy, in the field of politics, in the field of international influence. Everywhere, Germany showed her proficiency, supremacy under the leadership of Hitler. And as a result of it, what Hitler was dreaming, that he would make a German-speaking nation, where only Aryan influence will be, where Aryan influence would be there. That dream of Hitler was fulfilled. Hitler was able to reach his goal. To achieve this, he planned to make a union between Austria and herself. So a pact was signed, a unity also was made, an understanding also was made between Austria and Germany. Hitler wanted to disrespect the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. In the beginning I told you. So, as per the terms of the Treaty of Versailles, there was no option, there was no term in the Treaty of Versailles that both the two countries, Germany and Austria, would come closer and sign any treaty, any understanding, any pact with each other. So Hitler eventually did not care for the terms of the Treaty of Versailles and signed a pact between Austria and Germany. Ultimately, what happened? In the year March 1938, the pro-Nazi chancellor of Austria asked Hitler to send troops to Austria to maintain order there. So German troops marched into Austria, and that incident alarmed the rest of Europe. They watched the rise of fascist Germany. They had been waiting for each other to be united against Germany, because they realized that another world war was going to be fought. That's why they all became very much careful of Germany. By taking that unity between Austria and Germany, Hitler took some advantages. What advantages? He took control over rail, road, and waterway. He opened three frontiers of Czechoslovakia, increased German, resources, and opened the doors to Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and opened the doors to Hungary, Yugoslavia, and Italy. Hungary, Yugoslavia, and Italy. Hitler's next move was Czechoslovakia because 3 million German-speaking people were there in Sudetenland, and Hitler wanted to make them aware of their rights since they belong to Germany. He encouraged them to demand self-governance, promising to help them with military power. Ultimately, what happened when German invasion of Czechoslovakia became imminent, a four-powered conference was called in Munich in September 1938, by which it was agreed that Germany would be given military rights over Sudetenland, but the rest of Czechoslovakia, Germany would be given military rights over Sudetenland. Since Sudetenland was an area of Czechoslovakia, there were 3 million of German-speaking people living there. But the rest of Czechoslovakia was to be free of German influence. This four-powered conference came to a conclusion, so that Germany would be given military rights over Sudetenland, since Sudetenland is a place of Czechoslovakia where 3 million German-speaking people were there. So in order to protect the interest of the 3 million German-speaking people, Germany could attack, Germany could occupy Sudetenland, but the rest of Czechoslovakia was to be free of German control or German influence. It was decided by the four nations of Europe, four-powered conference of Europe. But Hitler felt that the other European countries had become already weak. So it was a great chance for her to invade Czechoslovakia, to occupy Czechoslovakia. The rest of Czechoslovakia should be immediately attacked because it was a golden opportunity for her. Then, considering that idea, Hitler, marched into Czechoslovakia in March 1939. Because already in 1938, Hitler occupied Czechoslovakia. This action of Hitler proved that he could not be trusted. No one could trust Hitler, and the policy of appeasement and compromise did not work with him. It was proved. So the Munich Pact was signed in the year 1938. The Munich Pact. It was signed between Germany, France and Britain in the year 1938. The Munich Pact. Now why was it signed? In the beginning I told you that Hitler occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia. Initially he occupied Sudetenland. The 3 million German-speaking people were living there. In order to safeguard their interests, Hitler occupied Sudetenland, the vast area of Czechoslovakia. Sudetenland actually was a part of Czechoslovakia. But Hitler initially encouraged the people of Sudetenland that he would he would give them military support, their military rights, with financial help and military support. But they should demand self-governance. Otherwise, Hitler would protect them. But ultimately, Hitler's aspiration forced him to occupy Sudetenland, the vast area of Czechoslovakia. The two countries of Europe, in the beginning I told you, once again I repeat, adopted the policy of appeasement for Germany, Japan, Italy, especially for the two countries of Europe, Germany and Italy, because both of the two countries suffered a lot due to the harsh and insulting Treaty of Versailles and its terms. That's why both the two countries, England and France, decided to give them an opportunity to be self-sufficient, to make their countries strong financially, politically, socially, culturally and internationally. That's why they remained silent and adopted a policy of appeasement for Germany, Italy and Japan. Naturally, they requested Germany not to attack Czechoslovakia, rest of Czechoslovakia. You occupied Sudetenland since 3 million German-speaking people were there, no problem, but you don't occupy the rest of Czechoslovakia. It was decided in the Pact of Munich, which was signed in the year 1938. But Hitler realized that the European countries had become already weak, and England and France were adopting the policy of appeasement. So by taking their weakness, Hitler decided to occupy the rest of Czechoslovakia. So the entire parts of Czechoslovakia came under German's control. Germany occupied Czechoslovakia. But still, England and France remained silent. They did not approve the occupation of Czechoslovakia. Ultimately, what happened to Czechoslovakia? Hitler proceeded to annex. Hitler, proved that what treaty, what pact, the Munich, was signed between Germany, France and England, it was of no use to her. It was of no use to Germany and made the Munich Pact null and void. Then the Non-Aggression Pact of 1939 passed. The Non-Aggression Pact. In the year 1939, a Non-Aggression Pact was signed between Russia and Germany. Both of the two countries decided that they would not attack each other. They would not raise their sword against each other. They would not attack each other. Russia was convinced that the Western powers were directing German aggression against it. So, Russia signed the Non-Aggression Pact with Germany, and Hitler made sure that he did not have to fight on two fronts. That's why that Non-Aggression Pact was inevitable to Germany and Russia, because Russia knew that almost all countries of Europe had become weak and Germany was marching forward towards different nations, different countries, and occupying a number of countries of Europe under the able guidance of Hitler and under the bold leadership of Hitler. Germany was growing to be very powerful countries of Europe. one of the most powerful countries of Europe. Since two countries of Europe, England and France, remained silent, adopted the policy of appeasement, even when Germany, made a unity between Austria and herself by breaking the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. But the two countries did not take any action. The two countries signed the Munich Pact with Germany. England and France signed a pact with Germany named Munich Pact in the year 1938. But in the same year, Hitler occupied Czechoslovakia. Under the terms of the Munich Pact, it was decided that Germany would occupy only Sudetenland. The 3 million German-speaking people were there. In the interest of the people of Germany, only Sudetenland would come under German's control, but the rest of Czechoslovakia was to be free of German influence and control. But still, Hitler broke the terms of the Munich Pact, and the rest of Czechoslovakia came. Hitler occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia. But still, England and France remained silent. They did not take any action against Germany. It resulted in a non-aggression pact between Russia and Germany. Russia realized that Germany had become a strong nation of Europe. So, there should be a non-aggression pact between herself and Germany. And hence, Russia signed the non-aggression pact with Germany in the year 1939. And that very non-aggression pact, which was signed between the two countries, Russia and Germany, afterwards Germany broke the terms of that non-aggression pact and attacked Italy, and attacked Russia. And what were the circumstances? Germany invaded Russia. Next day I shall discuss. And what was the immediate cause of the war? Next day I shall discuss. I shall teach up to this, my dear students. Thank you.